SVG's Jason Dachman. We're here in Charlotte at the Remote Sports Production Forum, and I'm here with Mike Zylak of NASCAR, which was kind enough to host us at their NASCAR Productions facility just outside of Charlotte in Concord. Mike, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
So, you guys just opened this facility not too long ago, and it is a legit game changer for the way that you produce live as well as some non-live content. Tell me about that development process. When did NASCAR say, okay, it makes sense for us to centralize a lot of these operations, embrace that Remy curve, and move forward with the facility? What was the development like?
Remy is so vast. I mean, you've got a 28-camera show, you've got a 4-camera show, and we've got to figure out how to do them all in the budgets that you have to work with. So that's been a difficult challenge, I would say, to start with, but being able to partner with NEP and bring some of our larger broadcasts with the CW next year, with Fox Sports, and then bring in the smaller type series and the local series of grassroots racing with a 4-camera production that streams somewhere. We use Flow Sports for that. It's been great to really figure out that divide of where everything needs to stand, what we have to do it with, how much money we have to work with, and be able to just kind of provide content upon content for all of our partners.
Sure, absolutely. And now it is up and running. We got a tour of it yesterday. Super impressive. Tell me what it looks like. Give me a sort of that 60,000-foot view of the footprint, number of control rooms, so on and so forth.
Sure. We have 2 large control rooms. That's where we do the major broadcasts out of for our partners. So we're working with Fox, we're working with NBC, we're working with CW, hopefully Amazon and TNT in the mix in the future. We're doing a studio show for TNT right now this fall just for the playoff series. And then we also have partners that we're working with on a smaller scale. So we have 2 small control rooms that we do all of our screens and international broadcasts out of, which is huge for NASCAR because we're getting our global footprint there. We're also providing all the content locally at a track, but it's all being done from the Charlotte facility, which is great for our crews and our staff because those long days they're able to go home at night and be able to get up the next morning and do another 14-hour day on a Sunday if it's a long day. We talked about rain earlier and those extended days and that sort of thing. So it's been nice to centralize all of that production and have these teams that are working together every week. They're familiar with the equipment, they're familiar with the room, and it's not something that I have to set up and tear down every week at a track.
Sure, yeah. You guys also institute a new race control, right? Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So we just built a race control room. So it's just typical like NFL or NBA where there's, replay and you want to watch what's going on next and see if you can play all the cameras back at the same time and figure out where a penalty might have happened. We're also incorporating our pit road officiating in that same room. So the pit road officials are actually sitting in front of monitors and monitoring all the pit stops, seeing if someone came over the wall early, being able to rewind and fast forward. They're in a dry environment now. They don't have to worry about lug nuts flying and everything. So it's kind of a safer situation for NASCAR as well. And as we develop, we're actually learning how to incorporate both the tower and locally at NASCAR to be able to communicate and call the race, call the cautions, and work through any of the issues that a race might bring.
Sure. So you guys, again, are doing all kinds of production out of there. Now with race control, officiating, it's continuing to grow. What do you hope and or expect in the next, say, year or two to come out of this facility?
We're just continuing to see more clients, more people asking, can you do this? Can you do that? Hey, can you do something temporarily? Hey, can we have a long-term relationship? We'd like to do a show out of here. We're seeing more and more of those questions being asked. The facility's beautiful. People walk through it and they say, hey, we could figure something out and do it in this room. Hey, we can pull a show off out of here. Can we do something live to tape? Can we do something remote? So they're always kind of coming to us for ideas on how to do a production easier, quicker, more cost-effective.
Absolutely. Mike, thanks so much for taking the time, and thanks so much for the tour yesterday.
Absolutely. Thank you.
For more news from the Remote Production Forum in Charlotte, stay tuned to sportsvideo.org, the SVG YouTube channel, and SVG Play.